Alright, we're going to continue playing Pillars of Eternity. Really enjoying the game so far. The first one, not Deadfire. Where we left off is I'm working my way towards Defiance Bay to continue the story missions after getting sidetracked with the Endless Paths dungeons. So we're gonna load into the Woodend Plains. The bridge was out heading towards Defiance Bay, which means we gotta take a circuitous route. So that's what we're gonna do. Love a good old school CRPG. If you like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, this game is definitely for you. One second, wait this. Alright, so we're on the Woodend Plains, hoping to either get to Edelwyn Bridge or maybe somewhere through the south, perhaps. As far as our stronghold goes, we are working on building the Bailey. Okay. So we start out in the kind of northeastish corner, so let's fill out the Fog of War. When we're in the overland, we only sneak in suspicious looking areas. Kickstarter backer thingy, so let's just scroll through real quick just in case there's some sort of trophy or Steam achievement tied to it. Just go through it real quick. Not really interested in reading them. Harvest the herb. Ah, we've just unlocked Stormwall Gorge. See, it pays to... Oh, a forest lurker. I'm not sure what that is. It's primordial, whatever it is. Do another knockdown and force devotion. We'll just summon our Skelly Horde.
Following your lead.
Or it's not necessary, actually. Awakened Wood. Interesting. Oh, this is gonna make us go around. Yeah, this is the same Kickstarter backer I've already looked at. Gonna follow this stone wall. Get some herb. Alright, we're gonna knock down this forest lurker. Looks like a vegetable troll.
How may I help?
Brave thou shalt lead.
Hey. How may I help?
Rock 10.
So it takes just at 3 rounds to kill it based on my Chanter's hymns. Chanter's chants. Might as well finish exploring this Fog War.
Lay in there. Nice and quiet.
Kind of a suspicious dead end. Make sure there's no actual hidden objects, but it doesn't look that way. And we'll keep working the southeast.
Steady does it.
Kind of suspicious right there. The rocks. Let's get the Phantasm out
Following
there to
your
help.
lead. Rock 10.
Another one bites the
Raised
dust.
out Philotheally.
Keep it quiet.
Still haven't unlocked access to Alduin. I don't know how you pronounce that. Adelwyn Bridge. Let's keep heading west here. Forest Lurker.
Raised out Philotheally.
Yes.
These ones are in
Let's get the skellies out there this time.
for a walloping!
Rock 10.
Takes about 3 rounds. Oh, finally a level up.
Right.
It's been a while. Let's save our game and then level our character up. It's definitely been a bit. So, we got some more skills to do. We're definitely going to do athletics. Then lore. Okay. What is the difference between this? Affects self. +7 deflection, +14 all defenses except deflection. Modifies faith and conviction. Oh, I guess that affects others. Let's do deep faith. That helps the party members as well as me. Alright, looks good.
Huh?
Just kind of a passive ability.
Sure.
Laying low.
Oh, I just unlocked Syrian Falls. So Stonewall Gorge and Syrian Falls are now unlocked.
Nice and quiet.
Rocky area is always suspicious for them hiding little hidey holes filled with hidden things. Just gotta check there. It's an enemy, whatever it
Brave thou
is.
Phelon
Wiggle.
believe.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do a knockdown. We'll do Flames of Devotion. We'll do an AoE. Another one of those. We'll do another Flames of Devotion.
Hey.
Knockdown.
That's not very helpful.
Attack. Oh, this guy's pretty. Whoever this is pretty tough. So let's do the Skellies. They don't seem. This person doesn't seem especially melee resistant. And of course, 3 rounds and they're dead. More awakened wood, kind of shimmery. Let's make sure there's no secrets. No, they would have been detected. Now we have access to Eildon Bridge.
I shall be discreet.
There's a house here. A sparrow's nest is tucked between two angled slats. Let's go around the house while searching for hidden stuff, just to make sure there's no hidden stuff. Does not look like any hidden stuff. Fair enough. Head west at the road just in case that unlocks something specific because you're on the road.
I shall be discreet.
Okay, nothing hidden here. We'll save, just in case she thinks this is stealing. Don't know why she would think that. Oh, another campfire. Let's talk to this lady. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a group of robed figures sitting next to a fire. This woman, much younger and smaller, sits with them. They are discussing travel and making plans, deciding which road will get them to their destination fastest. A rustling noise catches the attention of several members of the group, and they stand, watching over the fire, straining against the darkness to see. An enormous shadowy figure makes its way into camp, and the darkness slowly parts against the firelight to reveal who it is. Many members of the group stand, readying weapons. Others quietly invoke their god, preparing spells for battle. The girl looks around, confused, when the man sitting next to her stands, holding out his arms. He chastises the others in the group for not showing the proper hospitality to a stranger. The man walks towards the ogre, hand extended, speaking words of welcome in its own tongue. The ogre stares at the man for a brief moment. Then, with a swiftness seemingly unnatural for a being of its size, it swings the club it had been dragging behind itself. It connects with the man's head, causing a wet, crushing sound. See? Never trust an ogre. The woman to the girl's right screams and rushes to the man's side, covering half the distance before the man has even fallen to the ground. From the darkness all around the group, terrifying and blood-curdling shouts answer the screams of those in the camp as more figures approach through the darkness. Fucking ogre.
Huh?
Ooh, a lion. Never fought one of those before.
Brave thou Phelon.
Just like that, it's dead? Oh, it's not. Yeah. Just like that, it's dead. Lion hide.
Keeping an eye out.
Want to sneak near this tree, kind of suspicious out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that satisfies me. Oh, I can level Durance up one as well. We'll do that after we clear out this section.
Nice and slow.
Brave thou Phelon.
Oh, three of them. Let's go ahead and use a bounding missile on this one. Let's go ahead and get the Phantasm out.
Following your
Case.
stand.
Just like that, 3 lions are dead.
Let's see what lies this way.
Alright. Waves are rustily chiseled in the stone. They grasp at Andra's beloved moon like curling fingers. Unique hatchet, one hand. Hearthharvest. Properties: interfering, burning lash, rendering. Let's just add that to him for now. We'll take a look at it here in a bit. Got a bunch of characters to level up. But first priority is clearing out this fog of war. All the way up through there.
And what does the flame reveal?
Forest troll. Oh crap, that's a lot of trolls.
Ah, thank
There's a lot of guys. Something just popped up on my computer and then disappeared. That was strange. Okay, another troll down.
That's not very.
Okay, let's get the skellies out because we're gonna need the help. Let's get the heals out because also gonna need the help.
Acted!
So magic missile here. And force roll.
Fight on, my friend!
Let's get that last force roll down, and then this fight will be done. Not a bad fight. Not hard though either.
Right.
Nice and quiet.
Just in case they're protecting something. Okay, so let's save our game and level our characters up. First, our fighter. Okay, we're gonna do athletics. That's all we can do. Okay, he's got all his class-specific unlocks. These are all mimicking other classes, which I don't care about. He already did one weapon focus, I believe. Yeah, let's cancel that. I want to see what I leveled him up. Weapon specialization knight. So I already did weapon focus knight. That's +6 accuracy. Gunner. 2 weapon styles, so you can dual wield. I just don't have anybody doing that. Interrupting blows. Vulnerable attack. Bloody slaughter. Defensive. Hold the line. +10 fortitude. Some good stuff to learn. I just really need to look at them. +2 quick item slots. +1 weapon set. Oh, thank you. How you doing, Tipsy? Modest amount of health on the user. Another heal's not bad, but I've got a healer. let's do hold the line, I think. That'll kind of keep enemies taunted, and if they do disengage, that gives me an extra hit. Cool, yeah. Just same for me, just relaxing after work and then doing a little streaming. Maybe, yeah, let's just do hold the line. That sounds good to me. But that means I don't have anything really for this axe, so I'll just throw this in the... because he's focused on one-hand swords. Alright, let's level up the next character. Priest. Lore, that's fine. Add 1 to stealth. Alright. Larger interdiction. That might not be so bad. I don't want less healing from Holy Radiance. Getting an accuracy bonus, so it's probably going to be either Inspiring Radiance or Empowered Interdiction. I think I'm going to go with the Interdiction. So that should not only daze enemies, but it also will lower their accuracy. Alright. And let's do our chanter. Let's do survival and athletics. Alright, so another rank 2. He's always hanging back since he uses a crossbow, so enemy ones aren't that. That is good. Summon 3 times worms. We're gonna go with that. Okay, those are just mimicking other class abilities. Let's see. We're looking for one that does crossbow. It looks like Knight does crossbow. Let's just make sure. Is he using an arbalist or a crossbow? I think it's crossbow. Let's cancel that and make sure. He is using an arbalist. Glad I checked. Summon 3 times worm. And I wanted to do whichever one has the arbalist. Soldier. So great sword, pike, warhammer, arbalist, arquebus. I have no idea what an arquebus is. I know what an arbalist is. Okay, I have to edit
Following your lead.
his chance. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I don't have to edit the chants. There's the requires 4 phrases chanted. Oh, that's good. So something a little more powerful. Maybe I'll try the Drake boss on the 5th level of the Endless Paths again. So we're going to do it. 1 in mechanics, 1 in athletics. Okay, so I get 1 spell, level 3. Yeah, let's go with Noxious Burst. Need more damage stuff. And class ability. He definitely needs something to... I already have 2 of the Grimoire Slams. He definitely needs something defensive, so let's do the Arcane Veil. 2 per rest. So we're picking up Noxious Burst. And we're doing Arcane Veil. Alright.
Yes?
Alright, it's targeted. That's what I was hoping. And conjures a protective shield of magic, dramatically boosting the wizard's deflection. Alright.
Yeah.
So let us save and continue on. Erasing the fog of war.
Right.
Check near this tree. Always check near a tree for hidden items. And let's just cut this area in half.
Hush, Itumuk. We'll just wait a little longer.
Oh, maybe my 6th character? A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bow and arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a beer. I have the worst... I didn't used to have this problem in my youth, but as I've gotten older, deer, dare, deer, anything with an ARE or an EER or an EAR, it's like they've gotten jumbled up in my head. It's weird. It's kind of scary that that's happened as I've gotten older. A bear figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at you at your approach.
Easy, Itumuk. It's not him.
Who are you waiting
Short
for?
version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him. That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend? Try something. What exactly are you talking about? Let's go with number 1.
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitok. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Deerwood. How long have you been looking for Persok? Let's go with number 1. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. How long have you been looking for Persok? Her painted brows lower and her compact muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. So you've been searching for 5 years for a stranger you barely remember who could be anyone now. Yeah, there seems like a fly in the ointment.
That about sums it up.
Why do you have to find Persok? She smiles wryly. That's more of a campfire tale. I'm not quite ready to get into it. Actually, I know how you feel.
Then you have my sympathies. Hopefully you've got a better lead than I do.
She looks at the Adra figurine in the dirt. How does that statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished Adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persock. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it up to you, you feel wisps of sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persock, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and gets
everything.
dark.
Yeah.
Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
It does that on a lot of NPCs still. I'll go to talk to them and they won't say anything. It just kind of tunnel visions, focuses in, and you read their spirit. I guess that's part of him being a watcher. But you would think the characters he's talking to would still say something, but they never do. Maybe it's broken. What will you do now? Persock could be farther away still. She shakes her head. I spent a year circling the area, thinking the same thing. Got as far south as Oja and as far north as Fleetbreaker Castle when I realized the figurine was going dark again. Same thing happened when I trekked through the White March and circled the bays to the west. Maybe it's broken. She laughs hollowly. Even Skyen couldn't be that cruel. It's working, I'm sure of it. It's just not as precise as I'd hoped. Even so, she squints at it, looking doubtful. I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course.
Busted.
I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the twining trees.
What's the Wolf's Lair? Defiance Bay. Locals call the current Duke Wolfgrain. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Is Twining Trees a real place? He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place. Right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
What if I'm Persock? Not to disappoint you, but there's no chance. This thing would glow like a torch. She wiggles the figurine. May I see the figurine? I've already asked her once.
Why?
Why not? That fits with my stoic personality.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine, her chapped knuckles grazing your hand. She watches you examine it, wary but curious. You raise the Adra bear, turning it to light. As your eyes catch a tiny, glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs dropping into the water hundreds of feet below you. Return the figurine. He's standing on a cliff. I definitely want to return the figurine. She already doesn't trust watchers.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I'm a real watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. If you'd see the way he stares at dead things, you'd know he's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in there, and we can look for Persock on the way.
If this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while.
She
Lead
tucks
the
the
way.
figurine into her pouch, and her fox stands, shaking its pale coat. Lead the way. Finally, a sixth member. Yes.
Huh?
Let's see. Let me see how they organize.
Keeping an eye out.
Huh?
Let's... Oh, okay. The six are in formation, and the wolf just kind of hangs. Okay, they're all fine in the back row, because they're all ranged, and then my melees are in the second and lead role. Okay.
What?
Give him a talking to.
If doubts and curiosity...
Okay, he's not gonna have anything more to say, because...
Wasn't a war.
So let's just,
Wasn't a war.
Hey,
let's just check each
what's
of them.
on your
It's
mind?
been a while. Make sure none of
Yes?
them have anything to say.
Yes, my friend?
Aye?
I'm sure
Ready,
she's gonna
Watcher.
have things to say. Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following at her heels, and takes a seat. Yeah, nobody else can see the dead things, so apparently people know what a Watcher is, so they're not too freaked out by it, but every now and then they get a little snide quip in. Takes a seat next to
Even
you.
if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
You've been searching for 5 years.
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
How's the
It's
search
been a
going?
long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
Why do you have to find
Soul
Persock?
recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persock died. We feasted on blubber and fermented
Yummy
milk for a
blubber.
week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
People often forget what is in front of them. I think of that frequently.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me, but sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
Returning to them is what matter. Fits my rational personality leanings. Both practical and true.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often, I find myself wondering whether Persock will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
In fragments. Parts I like, parts I don't.
Makes me wonder what Persock remembers about our village. Or if a turn at the wheel has yanked the details out of his mind like it does for most of us.
What would you tell him about your village? Has your village changed much since his time?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Itimak brushes against her hip and she scratches his head. Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunt says we've had fewer clashes with the neighboring villages, thanks to the hunting territories that Persock helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. So they're kind of like Eskimo-type people. Well, seafarers maybe less than Eskimo-type. Persock brokered a lot of those agreements too. She holds up the bear figurine. He got this from one of the Amao ships that used to trade with us. Sounds like Persock did a lot for your people. Masuk must be a tight-knit village. Well, a lot of these developments have happened anyways. Number 1.
That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
Sounds like you're on a hunt of your own, though. You feeling the thrill of the chase, or ready for this to be over? Too early to tell. I enjoy running around like this keeps me from one. It's too early to tell. Fair enough. Might as well keep moving while we've got some daylight. I'd like to talk some more. Oh, there's a lot of conversation when you get a new NPC. Want to know about your homeland. Nassatik, she rubs her nose with one broad finger. It's a big island in the middle of the Deadfire Archipelago, just off the coast of the White that Winds. Tundra, mostly, with a few snow-covered forests in the warmer parts. So I was right the first time, like Eskimo people. Most of us live in fairly small villages, by standards here anyways, minus Masuk. What's Nassatik like? She shrugs. Cold, but not as cold as the White that Winds. The few kith who visit Nassatik find it sparse, but there's plenty to sustain a village if you know where to look. She ticks the items off of her on her calloused fingers. We get hides and meat from caribou, seals, and small whales. Bone, too, which makes fine bows and arrowheads. Community is important to us. We survive or perish together, so everything we do, every week-long hunt, every wall we build, is for the village. Who lives there? Mostly Inuttitnik, like me. People here call us boreal dwarves. Migratory clans of the Glomfallen from the White that Winds sometimes spend the colder seasons on Nassatik, but we don't see too many other foreigners who could tolerate the elements. She pats a weathered bronze arm. Those of us born in Nassatik like to say we have a hardy layer of sealskin just beneath our flesh. Tell me more about Masuk. We're a tundra village. To an outsider's eyes, we're probably not much different from the others around us, but our elders have stories that go back hundreds of years. Epic hunts, battles with neighboring villages, sojourns across the sea. We share these stories too. That's all. She nods. What do you do back in Nassatik? I'm a long hunter. I stalk game across the tundra with some of the other wives. We usually hunt caribou and oxen, but we find hares and birds too. It's a good and respected position. To see so much of Nassatik in the company of my friends and sisters, this is one of the pleasures of life in Masuk. Tell me about Itumak, her fox. She scratches behind his ear. A good hunter, but not much of a talker, and that's been fine by me. When we hunt in Nassatik, we almost always bring our foxes with us. They help us track and flush game, and they're fearless defenders against bears and snow leopards. Clever Itumak has always been my favorite. He wags his brushy tail. You have a family back in your village? Of course, we'd never send a woman who hasn't had the chance to find a mate and have a couple children of her own. Aren't you worried your husband will... Are you kin? I'm the best shot in Masuk. Tell me about your children. I've had 5. Yakona, Estia, she's been busy. Najua, Anik, and Malik. Estuya and Anik died young in long, lean winters. Malik was barely talking when I left. She scrapes a thumbnail along the handle of her hunting knife. He probably won't know me when I get home. She frowns, her hand falling from the knife. Even in Nassatik, I spend most of my time on the hunt. But then it's easier to relish the hunt when I know I'll see my family enjoying our kill. What's your husband like? Kalu's a good man. He's raised our children well and built us a strong home while I've been away on hunts. So, sounds like the husband is the one who stays at home and rears the kids. Our parents chose us for one another when we were still young. Not the way things are usually done here, but ours chose well, she smiles. We came to appreciate each other as helpmates first, then friends, and then... Well, you know how it goes. There's a hint of a blush between the stripe of face paint. That's all. I'm curious about your search for Persock. I'll tell you what I can, but Tarnic-illistic pilgrimages like mine are rare. Why do your people have this tradition? She pulls the bear figurine out of her satchel, running her finger along its smooth back. It's something we've always done. The elders say it was first begun to forge ties with other villages. It's hard to fight over caribou herds when you see someone you respect on the other side. We also believe that passing our history on is the way it keeps us stronger, and it helps them, the elders I mean, return to us after they've been away from us for a generation or more. They can use the experiences they've accumulated over lifetimes to lead the village again. Are elders usually reborn so far from the village? Most often they return somewhere in Aztec, a member of another village, or they're reborn among the Glamfallen of the White that Wends. Even so, it's hard to say what's usual. A mischievous grin crinkles her eyes. When my grandfather was a boy, the elder came back as a polar bear. The huntress chosen for the task had to recite half of her village's deeds while running from the beast. Her expression sobers. Even so, there have been journeys longer than mine. Some last decades, and the huntress doesn't always return. What happens when the elder's found? That depends on the man or woman he's become. It's easiest when the rebirth happens in another village of Nasatec, where the tradition is understood. Even in the White that Wends and the southern islands of the Deadfire Archipelago, people understand this custom and will welcome you politely enough, even if their souls do not remember. She shrugs. But sometimes you find someone whose soul has no memory of the village, and you have to tell him of people who remember him still. As disheartening as this is, you hope that the reminder will aid his soul in a future life. How did you get picked to come search for Perzak? She grins. Another old village tradition. The elders watch the caribou migrations and cast seal bones to determine the right time for this journey. When the omens were determined, all the village wives drew shark teeth. We're the ones that go away to hunt and fish, so we're the best suited for a task like this. Anyways, I grabbed the little tooth. She frowns. Traveling so far is a rare privilege for us, but as you can see, their journey can be unpredictable. What are your thoughts on my search? Thank you for the follow, Fire IUK. She frowns. Helps to know what you're hunting. You've got lots of tracks to follow, but where they'll lead is anyone's guess. Let's move on. I think I'm done
Ready,
talking.
Watcher.
Let's check her inventory. She's using a hunting bow. I know I have some bows in inventory. I'm not interested in using the second armor set. And she's using light armor. So let's see what I have for armor for her. Light armor. Do I have anything better than what she currently has? Basically just fine light armor. No, not really. Okay, I do have some accessories for her. Max endurance bonus. Keeper withdrawal. Let's just go with max endurance bonus. The others, she's not going to be in the front lines anyways, so it should be a moot point. And for a helm, let's give her... Do I have any helms of stats? It doesn't look like that, so let's just give her a floppy hat. Or tricorn hat, maybe? Yes, definitely tricorn hat. That fits her character. Let's see. Let's give her some potions. Let's give her some traps to use. Ingredients, quest items, clothing, armor. I don't think I have any boots or anything like that, or rings. No, I don't. Let's see if I have any better bows, though. Item type, and she uses hunting bow, two-handed. I have that one. Let's take a look at that for her. And fine hunting bows, they're not going to be better than the rare bow, or than the yellow bear bows. Alright, so let's put a couple traps in there for quick items. A couple potions. And let's do a comparison. Okay, so her hunting bow is 12 to 16 piercing damage, plus 8 accuracy, but it isn't not near as good as persistence. Yeah, persistence is much better, so we'll let her use persistence. We'll stash that. We'll give her some more of these traps to use. Organize that a little better. We're actually going to give him some traps too. So let's check to see if I can enchant this any further. I can give it Burning Lash. Done deal. And... oh, we need to turn off the AI.
I'm here.
I don't want the AI. Okay.
Ready, Watcher.
So she has a wounding shot. Let's go ahead and save and then level her up. So her being a ranger type class, actually, yeah, her being a ranger class, not a ranger type class, I'm gonna want her to have stealth and survival. Actually, take one off that and give her athletics as well. Okay. Vicious Companion trains the ranger's animal companion, causing it to deal 15% more damage and 3 damage reduction bypass. That's pretty cool. Modifies wounding shot. More accurate for wounding shot. 3 damage reduction for the companion. Defense against various mental type of abilities. Merciless Companion. So we're going to do Vicious Companion first. Yeah, that looks good. That all looks good. Next level. We're going to do 1 for athletics, 1 for survival, and 1 for stealth. Ranger abilities. Focus on granting additional offensive abilities to the ranger, increasing the power of their animal companions and strengthening the link between ranger and animal companion. Okay, Swift Aim. Reduces accuracy but increases fire rate and reload time with ranged weapons. That's only... looks like that's an ability they can use. Marked Prey. Basically mark a target. Designates a single target as prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target. Predator Sense, passive. Oh, that's pretty good. Any target that's suffering a dot has 50% damage for both of them. And Vicious Aim. By lowering attack and reload rate, the ranger is able to take more careful aim, giving them increased accuracy and damage. Let's do the passive first. Okay. Stealth. Mechanics. Actually, let's just not do anything there. Let's leave those points for the next level. Let's increase the accuracy of wounding shot. Actually, the companion could be good. Let's increase his damage reduction. 1 for survival. another for survival. Gives both the ranger and the pet a significant bonus to defense when both are subjected to the same AoE attack. That's actually pretty good. Plus 10 accuracy when attacking the same target as animal companion, which that'll happen a lot because I single target things down typically. 15 deflecting against. Let's go Stalker's Link. Merciless Companion looks good. Alright. I bet I can take out that Drake on level 5 of the path now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and save. So, let's finish exploring.
Keeping an eye out.
North of Caed Nua, west of Defiance Bay.
Laying low.
Look at that quest. Cliffs overlooking the water. I don't think I've actually been to that area. I've been near some rivers, but no real cliffs overlooking said water. So it looks like something for me to look forward to.
I'm on the trail.
Almost guarantee there's a trap or something hidden around this area. Well, guess I could be wrong. Wine dregs swirl around the bottom of the clay jar.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've fully explored this area, which means I can go to the Idwam Bridge, Searing Falls, or Stormwall Gorge. I bet that is where the person she's looking for is. Probably that hill right there. But let's continue our story on to... Well, do we want to continue our story or go see if I could do that Endless Pass level 5 fight? I'm kind of itching to go there and do that. Let's go back to Caed Nua and do that. I think I could do that now. I hope. I should. I came close last time. It was the Drake that was the problem, not all the Zorops that were with the Drake. Each of my guys has gained a level since then.
Better indeed.
How long until... Oh, I can rest. Bright Hollow Restoration's done. Good. Because I need to. I don't want to waste a campfire. Very Lords of the Ringish.
Nice and slow.
Suppose I should explore the place, make sure there's nothing hidden. New shelves smell rich with freshly cut timber. Cobwebs find the remains of a broken alembic, a cracked mortar, and various shattered bottles and vials on the table. So I think these are crafting stations, essentially. Rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeate the air. Either that or merchant stalls.
Keeping quiet.
These are my personal quarters. These are the ones, I guess, that I rent out or other people use. The wilderness of the Deerwood rambles on beyond the house. Make sure there's no hidden stuff in any of these rooms. So it's looking like each of these chests is going to be empty. Thick woven wool feels soft and warm. Okay. Check multiple rooms. They're all gonna be nothing hidden, it looks like. Nothing in any of the chests, because you can use them as storage, I would imagine. Though I will investigate my personal quarters.
Slow and silent.
The window on the other side of the curtain looks down on a tangled mess of overgrown hedges. No bonus, that's fine. You have to build up parts of your stronghold to get bonuses when you sleep in.
You're a newcomer
this
to the
place.
Deerwood as well. What do you make of it so far?
I am rational or stoic. Well, there seems to be trouble brewing. That seems to be a constant in these parts. If it isn't trouble with the Glonfathans, it's trouble among the Deerwooders themselves. I find it strange that a people surrounded by enemies should tear at each other so. They're a rather refreshing bunch, otherwise, I think. I've whiled away an hour or two talking to the regulars in one tavern or another, and everyone from the merchants to the servant has an opinion to share. Oh, excellent. So let us go see if we can do the Drake boss on level 5 of the Endless Paths.
Better indeed. So between my Chanter's summons and my Ranger having a pet, I've really got quite the army. Okay, we have to get to level 5. Check my notes. I think I need to clear out a note, possibly. Yeah, I did that. So now it's just come back and killed the Drake boss. Let's see here. I'll go stairs down. Every level is clear up through 5 except for the Drake fight. One guy just had to go a different way. Filthy beast. That's the master staircase. I want the stairs down. Master staircase and the Endless Paths is basically the fast travel option. I actually think there's a master staircase opening at the beginning, above ground, now that I've unlocked it. But I have to go check it. I think I know where it is, but I wasn't sure, it's pretty quick to run through since the Endless Paths up through 5 are clear. See, there's the head. You could see the hand on the previous levels, and then the fingertips are above ground. Oh, how did I miss this? Well, that answers one question. It keeps the loot on the ground even long after you've left an area. It must save it during, you know, kind of like a save state. This gives a snapshot of the loot line on the ground, because that loot is probably a couple days old. Something hidden there. I don't remember that.
Nice and quiet.
I don't know how to open it though. Might be something you just can't for now. This is the Drake fight. No point in stealthing because the Drake talks to you and it just messes up how fast your guys close on the enemy. So we're going to save our game. And let's do it. At the edge of this expansive chamber, encircled by a jabbering host of Zorops, stands a massive reptilian creature. Its snout is spattered with the bloody remnants of a recent meal. Goblets of flesh still speared on crooked fangs. The Zorops shift anxiously, looking up expectantly as the Drake as the beast stretches leathery wings in challenge, brushing the pillars to either side. Yes, yes, more sacrifice. It flaps its wings briefly and stirs up great clouds of dust. Come here, Amawa. Be honored. You speak? The Drake stamps one clawed foot upon the ground. I speak, and stone shakes. I speak, and lizards bring gold. I speak, and eat well. Yes, I speak. These Zorops sacrifices to you. Are you the master below? Master below is below. Sacrifice is not very smart. You think you see a section of the Drake's scale chest begin to glow orange as it laughs. Master made me lord here. Here, I am king. Flames scout from its nostrils and gaping jaws. I am god of fire and gold. Okay, so we are going to see the priests aren't even available yet. So let's all focus on that. Let's have him send out bounding missiles. Actually, no, magic missiles at the start. We'll have her work on him. Her work on him. Him work on him. He can work on him. He can try and engage the Drake and keep him occupied. He will work on him. So let's see how that goes. I may be spreading myself too thin.
Over here.
Actually, let's just keep doing fireballs.
Here.
Let's get this sort of skirmisher going. Let's knock everybody down if possible. Let's do bounding missiles now. Okay. She needs to attack this guy. Let's try and get him to knock the Drake down. Let's have him do increase their chance to critical hit. Have him attack this guy.
Doing the job.
Everybody seems to be doing okay so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's do magic missile on the High Priest. Do another magic missile on the High Priest. Okay, let's knock them down. Let's do another, let's do this one. Let's do burning wounds. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Oh, I could summon my worms. Excellent.
following your lead.
Let's focus on the High Priest. Focused on the High Priest. Focus on the High Priest. Let's him start throwing out some heals. Keep everybody topped up. Holy cow, those worms slaughtered that High Priest. Get that champion out of here. Let's start doing that for him. Let's start taking out this champion.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Oh no. Heal faster, guys. Heal some more. increases the damage reduction of allies in the area of effect. Sounds good.
Moe Ixi. Ana.
Looks like I got this Drake beat.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Let's bring out the skellies. I don't think it'll replace the worms, but we'll find out. Oh, it does replace the worms. Duly noted. We'll not do that again. We'll just resummon the worms next time. So let's see. Let's try and knock down the Drake. Drake's going down. The Drake's finished. It's necrotic. Let's do necrotic lance on him.
Lavaru, be on seek!
Let's go.
Gotta heal. Gotta heal.
Moe Ixi.
And just like that, Drake dead.
Sure. Steady does it.
Let's see, we got some hunting bows, some common Zorip crap, nothing good. Common Zorip crap. Nothing from the Drake, huh? Color me surprised. But I guess he was probably guarding that item over there. One level for all your characters, plus having a 6th character works wonders. Ah, see? Always pays to
What do you
explore.
suppose that bally thing is?
I don't know. Let's find out. A ring of deflection. Yes, thank you. Opal and Felon. Vague shapes of Kith are visible in the cloak black ash coating the brickwork. Make sure there's no traps on that item. Does not look that way. Okay, a medium shield. Excellent. And a neck piece, max endurance bonus. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have a ring. Who does not have a ring yet? He does not have a ring yet. He does. She does not. So, max of deflection +9. A neck, max endurance bonus. I think they all have something better except for her who's using that same neck, so that can go in the crafting stash. Medium shield. He uses a large shield. He uses a large shield. Nobody else uses a shield. However, I think I will move Ponzeric to a medium shield and let my fighter use the large shield. Iflan Bigner, Byron Gar's Solus. Preservation exceptional. -4 accuracy, 12 deflection. There's always a trade-off of deflection and accuracy. +50 defense while stunned, +50 defense while prone, +8 shield deflection. So let's enchant it and see what we can get. Nothing. Let's just make sure. Yep, nothing. So they each have legendary level shields. I don't know if yellow is legendary or epic or what. All I know is it's no highlight, blue, yellow so far. So let's go to the next level and explore. Made mincemeat out of that Drake fight, which means I could also clear out my note. Oh, that's kind of creepy. We must be getting close. I could feel it in my bones. Also, the architecture's changed. I don't think we're getting close to the master below. Maybe to his books. Skeletal fighter.
Brave thou Sealot.
Let's knock him down. Send him after him.
Hey.
Following your lead.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, crap. I don't have a ton of spells. It's not a problem. We'll just start magic missiling some of these guys. Dargol, skeletal with. Okay, the wizard's gotta die. Weakening shot on the wizard. Not yet. Wizard. Another spell. That's not what I meant. Just like that, the wizard's dead.
Ready, Watcher.
Mowing.
Spawn the worms to take out these
Following your
guys.
lead. Stab. Brave thou.
Come on, cast your spell, you stupid guy. Okay, everything on this side, stay on these guys.
You could stay on him. You could stay on him. You need to use your Flames of Devotion. You need to use your knockdown. You just need to survive. Let's do one more heal on you. Everybody else start working on this.
Good shot.
Oh, everybody's joining the fun, I see.
Yes. Hi.
Let's try and knock down this Dargle. Resummon another set of worms.
Just like an idiot.
Wizard's down, but still doable. Let's take the skeleton fighter.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Let's what is this? Actually, let's use this spell. It's like everybody added on to this. Even off screen, Skellies came running. It's like they sensed one going down. And they all added on. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Right.
Hello? Hello?
Bunch of poleaxes and some vessel bones. Nothing good. Just make sure there's nothing hidden away in this path. Probably want to go ahead and rest. My guys have medium health, so let's go back here and rest with the campfire. I like damage reduction, so let's just do that. Okay, everybody looks like in a better state. We're now on level 6. Nothing good. See if there's anything over here. I know there's a fighter down there.
but he might wander. Okay. It's just a... bounding missiles.
Yes.
Dead on!
Let's
How may I help you?
So let's do another bounding missiles.
Lavaru, be on seek!
Let's do a heal for these guys. Let's do some worms to go. What? Worms to go harass the caster. Let's just knock these bitches down. I'm getting aggravating.
Dead on!
Let's go.
Gun stuck.
Following your lead. And what does the flame reveal?
A lot of junk. Ripple sponge. Let's cross this bridge and see what's over here. Gotta stay stealthy though, you never know when there's gonna be a trap. Actually, let me check out this room first.
Let's go. Brave Dalfilat.
And here comes the masses. Let's get them to attack the wizard, as well as her pet to attack the wizard. Let's heal him. This sounds good. He should be attacking the wizard. He should be attacking the Darghoul with a knockdown, preferably, because the Darghouls seem like they're stronger undead. Attack the wizard. Wolf, attack the wizard. Heal the wolf. Okay, wyverns ahoy. Have her attack the Darghoul. Have him attack the Darghoul.
I'm here.
Let's go.
Take out the Rangers. Oh yeah, cleaning up now.
Yeah. Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
The sarcophagus has been pillaged, its contents removed. The skeleton within has been all but destroyed. Skull cracked into several pieces. A fine arbalist. What is he using? Let's just put that there for now. Tell me, do you feel any different? A little ill, perhaps? No, I feel fine. Why do you ask? I've heard it is said that the Engwithians set curses upon their bones for thieves to find. It seems the tales are false. And I'm glad for it, of course.
Yeah. I shall be quiet as a calm sea. Which
Let's
is
see, what is he
not
using?
very quiet.
A fine arbalist as well, so the same thing. Okay, so nothing that way. Let's explore this room. Save the game. Since we're making progress in the endless depths, endless paths, excuse me.
Brave thou Philox.
Is he using a spell? I think he is, but let's cast another.
I'm here.
What?
Let's do the rogue next. Let's have him use the AoE regen and the interdiction. Now the healing. Let's work on that Dargle. Okay.
Shadow!
Let's get these worms out. The worms are really powerful.
Lava beyond seek.
Oh shit. Fighter, fighter, fighter.
Lava will be on.
Yeah, I know he's low health, but he has full endurance, so he's still in good shape.
Shadow!
wizard. Summon more worms.
Following your lead. Stand still. Lay down.
The skeletal guys drop like a sack of bricks. It's the Dargles that are pretty tough from a hit point perspective and a damage reduction perspective. Lost spirit, hello? Is someone there? Oh gods, I can't see. I'm here. I cannot hear myself. How am I to tell him anything? Please, there's nothing here. Please, will I never be out of this place? You hear a gulping sob. Turn back. Come no further. The gods cannot reach us. I told him. Please let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Yeah. Keeping an eye out.
Anything good? Nope. Paradox. Golden Duke. See, Carrogon, Copper Pond, Bloody Expedition log. This piece of parchment is barely legible, having been held tightly in a bloody fist. The one clear portion of it reads, "Find the remaining 2 seals. So long as we leave afterwards, as Merrick promised, get the books and the final seal from the 4th floor, and run the rest of the way out of here. We'll find some new band of fools willing to take on the Endless Paths. Sell them the keys to the deeper vaults. Let them have all the glory. Meanwhile, we retire and live a long and quiet life. Somewhere warm, I hope. Somewhere far from here." Okay, so it looks like that requires some seals. 2 large heavy doors bar passage forward. In the archway above the door are 3 small round depressions, encircled by faded symbols. Each appears to have once contained an object, but all 3 are currently empty. So I have to get the 3 seals to open this door. Try to open the door. You heave and pull at the door, but does not budge. Something must be amiss. Makes sense. Examine the left socket. At the center of the left depression is a stylized image of an eye. Place the bloodstone seal into the left socket. You set the bloodstone seal into the left socket. You've lost an item. Bloodstone overseer seal. In the archway above these massive doors, examine the middle socket. At the center of the middle socket, there's an elaborate engraving of a sword. Examine the door. Examine the right socket. In the center of the right socket is an engraving of a hammer. I thought I had something like that. Hey, look. Quest items. Broken blade. No, that's for a different quest. Burner steel key. I guess I was wrong. I thought I had more than just that bloodstone seal. Okay, well, not a problem. We'll come back. Let's look at the quest for that, though. Find a way to open the sealed doors. So, through levels 1 through 6, there are 3 seals. I've only found 1 seal, and yet I've cleared those areas. I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I have something stashed away that I shouldn't have. I'll have to take a look at my inventory better after I finish clearing out this area.
Brave Dalfila.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Yes.
Get the wizard.
That's it!
Dead on!
I'll see what I can find. You should see this.
Space above the alcove was carved with simple hieroglyphs. Valoon Peridot Overseer seal. Hey, another seal for the door. So maybe I didn't miss one on 1 through 5. Maybe they're just all on this level except for the one I found earlier. Why is he at permanent 7 endurance? Place the Peridot seal. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and camp again. Since my priest, who likes to play in melee range, likes to take a beating on occasion. Bailey construction complete. Okay, let's take a look. Bailey. The Bailey houses various necessities for keeping the stronghold self-sufficient. Building this upgrade will allow you to upgrade the grounds further. So it's basically a gateway upgrade. The towers of Cadenua stand high above the walls of the stronghold. Upgrading the towers will grant a perception bonus when resting at Bright Hollow. So let's do that one. And we've been all through there, all through there. So let's cross that bridge.
Hello? Hello?
Trap
I think I
detected.
see something.
Space above the alcove is carved with simple hieroglyphs. Oh, medium arbor. I'll just give that to him. Crested hat. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Quest, would it be under quest items? No. Scrawled note. That's not it. It's one of these looking pages. I do not believe that we will ever leave this place. I wonder if Merrick still does. It's just the two of us now, as it was when this all began. And the longer we stay, the more certain I am that will be how it ends, too. We barely escaped the Drake. I cannot help but think it must simply not have been hungry at the time. I would call us lucky, but we will have to pass it again on the way back up. I found Andres. I don't think he was alive for long after that fall, but he made use of his time. The entire pool reeked of Mokaw's tears. The crooked bastard always did love his poisons. Not sure if that was the expedition log. Already read that one. Yeah, that must have been that must have been it. Okay, so medium armor. He already has a unique medium. Unique medium. Unique light. Heavy. Unique light. Light armor. So I think I'm going to give it to him. There's no reason for him to have heavy armor anyways. He stays in the back. Let me look at theirs. Actually, this one may be better suited for him. This one's better for incoming attacks. So I'll give this to him. See if I can enchant it at all. Constitution. Okay. Let's equip this for him. Oh, I can upgrade it again. Crowed or shock? Let's do shocked. Let's actually look at all their stuff. If maybe I got enough materials to upgrade all their stuff again. Let's do fine and corrode. Does she have anything else? No. Does she have anything? He have anything else? No. I think we just did his again. Yeah, we did. I may have run out of materials now, based on the fact that none of them are showing enchantable. I really like that flail. Yeah, okay. So it all looks good there.
Huh?
The work of a moment.
Huh?
There's the third seal. Find a way to open the sealed door and then open the sealed door.
What? Yeah.
We're gonna save before we do it, in case that door leads to some major boss fight that I can't quite do. All 3 sockets now contain address seals. Try to open the door. Leave. Okay, I'm not putting them in the right area. Okay, left socket. Stylized image of an eye. Okay. Let me look at the seals. Quest items. Bloodstone Overseer Seal. Okay, so Bloodstone is sword. Hammer is Peridot. Blood sword, hammer, Peridot. Blood sword, hammer, Peridot. That's got to be Sapphire Seal. Sword is blood. Hammer is Peridot. You brace yourself to keep the doors open, only find out that they open readily under your hands. With a great groan and a gust of wind, the path forward is revealed.
Yeah.
The page unturned added. The quest expires in 1 day. Rewards 15% experience. The Blind Monk's Venom, minor item. Expires in 25 hours. Duration 2 turns. A series of murders has shocked and terrorized the scribes of Whitrock Isles. Sequestered in their island monastery in the Boot of Andra, they have had little success reaching out to the mainland for help. Though renowned for their integrity and artistic talents, the scribes may be unknowingly harboring someone who is attempting to sabotage their work. Oh. So it sounds like I have to go there. Okay.
Slow and silent.
Just want to kind of see
Right.
what's in here. Hopefully no more fights.
That's unusual.
Pearl. Alright, well, we cleared level 6. We're on to the next level, but let's go back to the... see if we can hire some hirelings, I guess, to get these... to send out on these. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of... do they have to be named part NPCs that go out on these, or can it just be people I hire from, you know, a bar or something? I'm not sure. I'll have to check into it. I could just send a couple of my guys and just go short a couple party members.
You must gather your
I
party
may
before
do that,
venturing
actually.
forth.
There's the master staircase. So we've cleared through level 6. Yeah, my party's really coming into its own.
The keep's coming along nicely.
No companions at the stronghold. So let's dismiss
Farewell.
him.
You walk
and
your
him,
path, I'll walk mine.
and
Safe
him
travels.
and see what happens. Okay. So now let's assign. Okay, so that's good to know. Hey, Dakon, how you doing, man? Okay, so
How may I help? Indeed.
let's put her
Ready,
there
Watcher.
Aye?
and him at the end. That's better. A series of murders has shocked her. Okay, so Durant should be able to figure that out, I hope. So let's see. I guess we will continue on our quest. Head towards Defiance Bay by going to Edelwyn Bridge and hope that's not knocked out like the other bridge. You guys, you been playing any Destiny of Chris? Or have you guys not hooked up since Warmind dropped? Yeah, screw the shackler slave guy. They didn't really give me all the options I would have liked to have, like, maybe even killed him or something, but they didn't give me the option.
Huh?
Ah, gotcha. Alright. Another soul exploration. You see a lavishly decorated room, walls hung with tapestries, ornate oil lamps creating a warm, relaxing atmosphere. There are several overstuffed couches covered with silk pillows, and an elegant table in the middle of the floor. This woman is seated at the table, sitting across from another woman. They are both well dressed, their style befitting the room they're in. The other woman's hair is blonde, in stark contrast to this woman's black, and is swept up on her head in a dramatic style. The women speak in an easy, free tone, obviously familiar with one another. Though they each seem to be comfortable in the other's company, a strange nervousness surrounds the blonde woman's actions. She occasionally betrays herself with a little giggle or stammer, hitching over an easy word as she speaks. Her demeanor swings from friendly to shy and back again with no warning. This woman leans back a little in her chair, stretching slightly. As she finishes her stretch, she gently lays her hand next to the other woman's hand, letting their fingers subtly intertwine. The second woman stops speaking mid-sentence, inhales sharply, and turns red. She does not, however, move her hand. This woman smiles and moves her hand further over the other, holding it. Uh-oh, what's going on here? She then stands, moving around the table towards the blonde woman, whose face shows conflicting emotions of terror and lust. She giggles and pulls her hand out from under the other and brings it to her mouth, the red of her face deepening. The woman stops, looking down at her, eyes sparkling. She reaches out and pulls something from the blonde's hair, letting it fall around her shoulders. Then she leans over, brushing her lips lightly over the blonde woman's cheek, resting her mouth against her ear. As she whispers, her hand moves lithely down the woman's body to her waist. The blonde shudders and leans into the hand, eyes closed and cheek pressing against the lips still whispering at her ear. This woman's hands deftly removes a small bag from the other woman's belt and secretes it under her own cloak at the small of her back. Ah, pickpocket! Then she gently kisses the other woman's cheek and stands again, the smile never leaving her mouth.
Yeah.
You see a ship being tossed about in a storm-ravaged sea. The swells rise and fall, carrying the ship with them as if it were a toy. This man stands on deck at the helm of the ship, while water whips around him. The crew moves about frantically, trying to keep the chaos under control. He barks orders at them, pointing where to go and giving each one a task. The men, while still visibly distressed, seem to calm down when they are given their orders. He instructs the helmsman to resume his duties at the wheel and rushes to the aid of a crewman who is struggling with a rope attached to one of the sails. The ship crests a wave, going almost vertical in one direction, and then immediately again in the other direction. Several of the crew are thrown from their feet, sliding across the deck as the ship is rocks. Sliding across the deck as the ship is rocks. It doesn't make sense grammatically to me. Maybe as the ship rocks. After the swell passes and the ship returns to a relatively normal orientation, the man quickly scans the deck, counting silently. No one has been lost this time, thankfully. He looks in the direction they're headed, seeing no reprieve from the storm in sight. His jaw squared and his upper lip stiffened, he returns to the helm and takes the wheel again.
Yeah.
Looks like this bridge is going to be intact, thankfully. So I'm finally at Defiance Bay. More soul searching. You see a flurry of matted white hair and an incandescent freeze fire staff before you see the man, cold and wild. He chews a wizened apple slowly, discharging spell after spell into the jumble of villagers screeching their way towards him. Cold flame vents from his nose, and apple seeds shoot out the side of his mouth as he saunters forward, ignoring arrows and curses alike. A deliberate twist of his staff and a bullet of force glides through the torso of one assailant and another. A roar blisters his throat as he launches himself into their midst, tearing into their essence with his staff. A pleading hand reaches toward him and quickly falls, ignored. Silence takes hold as the tattered man gathers his prize, a basket of fresh pears. He hums as he eats. At first I thought all the guys you soul search like this were going to be eventual party members, but now I'm doubting that because there's been way too many of these soul searches. They all kind of denote a class that's available in the game, which I guess that makes sense if each of these have led dramatic lives or whatever, but there's no way these are all party members. I would have gotten some of them by now. Welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in our city. Understand?
Keeping an eye out.
I don't know if this is going to count as stealing. I don't want to steal publicly. I just want to loot everything in all the dungeons and stuff, so we'll see. Fruit. Nope. Good. Just a car. What is it? I'm looking for the Temple of Wodeka. Huh, if you say so. It's in First Fires, just west of Crucible Keep. Okay, so... Crucible Keep. it's in First Fires, so okay. That's where I'm going to for that quest.
Welcome.
What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have the time right now. But it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Rowan is stirring up trouble again. He jerks his head at the gate. He'd be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city, liberally flavored with Dozens propaganda, of course. You seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all parts under some misguided notion that things are actually better here, that the legacy somehow passes over, so they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. He looks you up and down. No offense. Goodbye. Good luck to you.
I'm on the trail.
So it looks like I have access to Copper Lane now. 15 minutes, let's go.
Defiance Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Oh, wow, big city. Marketplace, Expedition Hall, Pernix House, Limdala's house, world map, dormitory, Scrivener's dormitory, First Fires, Catacombs, Brackenberry, and Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Well, this looks like a good stopping point for the stream. We'll continue tomorrow exploring and doing the quests around Defiance Bay. We've got a big city to explore. Just this Copper Lane area looks pretty big. So we will continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I do stream Thursdays, typical 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we will continue this tomorrow. I appreciate everybody who's stopped by, chatted, and y'all have a good evening. I'm going to head out, spend some time with the missus, probably watch her play a little Fortnite. Makes her happy. So I shall talk to y'all later. Take it easy, Dakon.